So y'all, I could go on any type of Facebook group right now and see someone asking how to define my 4C curls, or why won't my curls be defined? And y'all, I knew making another video on how to define your curls or how to make a gel to define your curls was just gonna further feed into this issue that you're supposed to have defined curls. You know what? So let's just go ahead and talk about this. Okay, so this week's video was going to be all about my curl defining hair tea with a nice clickable title about how to define your curls or use this curl gel detangler on your hair. And I really had to pause because I know that so many people along their natural hair journey at some point or another believed that they were supposed to have defined curls. And you know the type of curls I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Tracee Ellis Ross curls and not the Viola Davis type of curls, okay? So when we started our natural hair journey, we were looking for those big, huge curls, or maybe even smaller ringlets, or some type of curl pattern or defined curls. And when we cut off that last piece of transitioning hair, we were left with our kinks and coils to deal with. Now this, of course, is speaking to some of us, right? So we really weren't prepared to deal with our natural kinks or coils that involve maybe curls that weren't easily defined. And y'all, this part of the journey was the hardest for me to understand. And while today, yes, we'll be making our DIY hair gel that's going to be used as either a detangler or a styler, but I also want to talk to you guys about my journey to self-acceptance and to defining my username, which is NowIamNappy. So let's first jump into this DIY gel. So the reason we're making this hair gel slash detangler is because we're actually on week 7 of our protective style journey, and it's all about adding hydration and moisture to our hair. We'll be starting with 4 cups of distilled water, followed up with about 8 florets of hibiscus. Now, if you guys don't have fresh hibiscus, you can use about 2 to 3 tea bags of hibiscus tea. Next, I'm going to go in with about 4 tablespoons of our marshmallow root. Now, you have the option to stop here, but I went a little extra this time, and I want to go in with another 4 tablespoons of slippery elm. I really want to create a really bomb detangler for my hair. Now, y'all, if y'all don't know, marshmallow root and slippery elm contain rich polysaccharides that help to create a film around your hair that really help you to lock in moisture. These are great not only for detangling your hair, but also acting as a styler. So you want to let this boil for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then you want to set this off and let it cool for another 12 hours. Now, this will actually help to release the mucilage that's found in the marshmallow root and slippery elm, and that mucilage is what we're going to use on our hair. Okay, so I got my nice, beautiful detangler here with a good amount of slip, y'all. So is my nappy hair good enough? Well, for me, I had a relaxer at an early age, just like most Black girls did. My mother, just like most mothers at that time, were relaxing their children's hair at a young age. It really just became like a rite of passage for us. But my sister at an early age actually stopped getting relaxers in her hair because she had the so-called quote-unquote good hair. She had larger curls, her hair could easily be defined with just using water. Meanwhile, my mother said that my hair was nappy and it had to be straightened. However, when I was around the age of about 11, I decided I wanted to go natural because I would look at my sister's beautiful hair and I wanted not only her length, but her curls. And when I told my mom that I didn't want to have a relaxer anymore, she said she was no longer going to actually help me do my hair because my hair was just too nappy to deal with. And y'all, I remember transitioning and it was a complete hot mess. I knew nothing about natural hair and what to do with it. And by the time I reached 7th grade, I had another relaxer slapped into my hair. And I wouldn't revisit the idea of going natural again until I was 19 or 20. It was the constant chemical burns, the stagnant hair growth, the overall frustration that made me decide that I had enough. And I remember calling my mom to tell her that I was going to go back natural. And she reminded me that my hair was nappy and it wasn't like my sister's. Now, I paused at that moment because I really didn't care. Like, I was really convinced that I wanted to go natural and it didn't matter. But deep down, I really wish that my mother was wrong because I really wanted curly hair. And I decided to just search the internet to find something to help me figure out how to go natural. And thankfully, I found a hair board that resonated with me. It was naturality.com. Now, the interesting thing is I made my username soon to be nappy because I felt like regardless of what happens, I would rather be nappy than have this short broken hair. After about transitioning to natural after 6 months, I wanted to change my hair to reflect my natural state, and I definitely wanted to keep the nappy part because it really meant something to me. It wanted to turn it into something positive. And someone suggested I use the name Now I Am Nappy, and it just stuck. But the thing is, y'all, I had to work on my mindset. I had to truly accept what my hair could and couldn't do. And I had to stop trying every trend out there that said, you know, this could define my curls or that could define my curls. Now, I eventually learned to love my hair and I love my kinks and love my nappiness. And I watched over the years as the natural hair movement went on. And almost 14 years later, though, I noticed the same trend starting to follow again. And that is everybody wanting defined curls or expecting that as soon as they big chop their hair, they would have defined curls. All of the TV shows I saw had women with defined curls, and it was something that was aspired to. And when I decided to go back on social media, I really wanted to present our natural hair in the most beautiful and represented way as possible, and to help people to appreciate whatever grows out of their hair, especially if you didn't have curls that were easily defined. So while there's nothing wrong with having curls that are defined or using products to help you define curls that you already have, like using the film from humectants like we did in today's video, I want to continue showing you that you can have hydrated, conditioned, and moisturized hair. And that is really the most important when it comes to having a healthy hair journey and to find styles that you really, really love that make you feel wonderful and beautiful and showcase your beautiful hair. Like the style that I'm going to do today. So first I'm going to start off with my leave and conditioner, y'all. Now I did spray some of this when my hair is dripping wet. I highly recommend moisturizing your hair at the start of any wash day on your hair while it is dripping wet in the shower. But I'm just going to show you what I've already done. So I've parted my hair off to the side on one side, you guys, and I'm going to then add a little bit of my twist cream as my moisture. And then we're going to use our gel detangler to help lock in that moisture and also to help slick back our hair. And for today's style, we're going to create an elegant 20 style updo. Now check out this video here if you want to see it on shorter hair, and I'm just going to recreate it. Okay, so you want to section off the front of your hair. Use a comb if you want a really defined part here. Y'all know I'm not a fan of combs per se, even though they do serve a purpose. So now I'm just using my hibiscus gel on top after I've moisturized my hair underneath. So go ahead and brush your hair back into a ponytail and put it into a side ponytail. And then you will begin by twisting up your ponytail in about 5 to 6 twists. Next, you will work on the top section of your hair, and you're going to part this into 4 rows. Again, use a comb if you like. I'm going to add a little bit of my twist cream to my hair, and then I'm going to follow up with the hibiscus marshmallow root slippery elm gel that we made, and add that. And this is going to act as a styling aid for this particular style. So on the first row, we're going to add 2 twists, and on the second row, we're going to add 2 twists as well. So on the third row, you'll have 3. Second row you have 2, and first row you have 2. Okay, and on this final row you want to make it as neat as possible, and you want to have 4 large twists. Okay, all right, so you want to actually put on your scarf, you guys. You want to tie down your hair as much as possible to kind of get this other side laid, and then I'll come back on in about 10 minutes and do the rest of the style for y'all. Oh, y'all peep how slick my hair is. Y'all see that scarf laid them edges down. Okay, so we're going to begin with our ponytail in the back. And what you want to do is pin your twist in a forward motion, making like half circles and rolling it towards the twist up front. Next, we're going to begin with this first row here at the bottom. So you're going to roll the twist forward into a half circle. and then you want to bobby pin it down. Now you're going to do the same exact thing with the next set of twists. You want to roll that half circle and then pin the twist down. So you want to pin the twist down in the back towards that low bun to give it a nice swooping effect. Now with the next 2 rows, rows 3 and 4, you're going to do the same exact thing. You want to layer the twist just a little bit on top of the other row and create that half circle effect. Now the top twist, you definitely want to make sure it's onto the 3rd set of twists and then pin it down. Next, you want to just put any bobby pins in a downward or upward motion to make sure all the twists are connected and nothing is moving. And now that's it, y'all. I had to throw on my cute little 20s outfit, throw on some earrings, and y'all just take a look at my hair, at this style. It is giving elegance, it is giving beauty, it is giving high fashion, okay? And I just want to show you guys some beautiful things we can do with our beautifully nappy coiled hair. So, is my nappy hair good enough? Yes, it is.